Hi, I'm Phillips, European Tour winner and PGA coach, and in today's lesson I want to talk about that dreaded over the top move. Okay, so coming over the top, common amateur fault, causes a big pull or pull hook or a big slice or a straight pull, number of shots that none of which are exactly what we're looking for. But I want to first clear up a few misconceptions and in actual fact talk about how the feeling of coming over the top, if you like, can be actually a fantastically efficient one if we're doing a couple of things correctly. So I first want to talk about what we call lateral bend in the human anatomy. Okay, so if I'm standing vertically as I am now and I try to tip my left shoulder down towards my left hip, that's what we'd call left lateral bend. And if I do the opposite on the right side, we've got right lateral bend. Now, the reason I'm explaining that is because lateral bend is a really critical component to making a good backswing and a good downswing, and it's something that's missing from a lot of amateur swings, and that's where these interpretations can be misconstrued. So without the right lateral bends, an over the top move can be really bad, but with the right lateral bends it can be really good. So what am I talking about? Well, when we swing the club backwards, what we're really looking for is the left shoulder as we coil to get closer to the right hip. So I'm actually trying to crunch, if you like, my obliques, so the left side of my abdominal muscles, the obliques, I'm trying to feel like I actually do a little crunch, if you like, and I'm trying to feel as I take the club away that my left shoulder actually gets closer to my left hip. Okay, that's left lateral bend. Now this is the key. As I change direction and I start moving towards the ball, I can in actual fact feel like I'm swinging way to the left as a right-handed player, or what you would call over the top. But if I do that at the same time as doing a right lateral bend, so trying to get my right shoulder as close to my right hip as I can, so you'll feel that crunching sensation, your obliques on the right side now getting shorter, crunching together, I can in actual fact swing a long way to the left without my golf shaft getting steep, without it moving excessively to the left. In actual fact, although my body's moving left, if I right laterally bend properly, the golf shaft will actually be very parallel to my ball to target line. It will be shallow, it will be doing all the desired things that we want to hit a solid straight shot. So what I'm going to do now is show you some slow motion swings that I've analysed where I'm actually going to come over the top twice. I'm going to feel like I'm swinging way left twice, but I'm going to do one with right lateral bend, and then we're going to look at how my shaft is behaving just before impact, and I'm going to do one with very little lateral bend. Now it's quite difficult for me not to laterally bend because I've trained that into my game, but we're still going to see the difference between these two feelings, even though both swings I'm essentially trying to swing as far left as I possibly can through impact, or come over the top if you like, but I'm doing it with two different right lateral bends. Let's have a look.
Okay, so I start off with the swing on the left, and I'm trying to come over the top, swing left, however you want to describe it, except I am making sure in this swing that I have no right lateral bend, and we can quite clearly see here at shaft parallel that the shaft is going way to the left of the club on the ground, or the shaft on the ground, which tells me that my swing path is going to be out to in, causing a slice or a pull. Swing on the right, exactly the same intention to rotate my trunk to the left, just the same amount. We can clearly see here when shaft parallel that the two lines are pretty much stacked up on top of each other. So this delivery is much more neutral. The swing path is going to be much more down the target line. But if we keep going, you'll see the exit point in both swings is pretty identical. So you can see I was swinging equally left both times, one with lateral bend, one without. Gives you two very different delivery positions.
Okay then, so you've seen those two swings. I'm going to go ahead now in full speed and just go ahead and do the same thing in full speed. First swing here, I'm going to feel like I'm not getting my right shoulder to my hip, and I'm just going to swing left but with my shoulder up straight, if you like, so my obliques are not crunching down. We're going to see where it goes. Let's have a look. So quite low and left, started way left of target, quite low because I'd got the shaft steep. I'd brought it down steep, so I had a steep angle of attack there, produced a low left straight pull, not a particularly pleasant shot. Same exact direction of swing now, but I'm going to feel some right lateral bend at the same time as feeling like I swing way to the left. Completely different starting direction there. That one started straight. There's actually a strong left to right wind, so it pushed it a little bit to the right, but an absolutely completely different start line, but with the same exact feeling of swing path or over the top to the left. So you've got to make sure that you're working on the right lateral bends when you swing the club, and that's going to determine the path and the angle of attack to a great degree, and get away from some of these myths like swinging left if you're a right-handed player is bad, or this sensation of you moving your right shoulder out in transition so you feel the club going to the left is bad. It's not bad as long as you've got the right lateral bends in your swing. We need left lateral bend in the backswing, we need right lateral bend in the downswing. If you're a right-handed player, obviously switch this round if you're a left-handed player. So I hope you're enjoying these videos. Please hit the subscribe button. Head over to my website. I'm adding new material all the time. A lot of new videos are going to be going on in the next couple of weeks. And it's probably one of the best resources there is out there in online golf instruction. It comes from somebody that's actually won at the highest level. I'm also PGA qualified and a qualified gym instructor. So the knowledge is really top notch, and it's all on there for you.